Hello people, so I'm back with the last Arabic pronunciation lesson. It's number 8. So with this we're gonna finish the pronunciation series. All we have left are the two letters of Kaf and Qaf. So we have finished most of the 28 letters of the alphabet. I hope you're happy. So let's go on. Today's lesson is about the Ka and Qa. The letter Kaf, this one, and the letter Qaf, this one. So as with all Arabic letters, we have three variations of the sound. So for the letter Kaf, it's pronounced as a K, like the K in English. But I think it's a bit lighter. So rather than saying if I try with like the American accent and say cat, it's different than if I try it with my Arabic accent and say cat. I don't know if you hear the difference, but it's much lighter when I say cat in Arabic than when I say cat. I don't know which accent I'm really doing in English, but anyways, I hope you see my point. So it's a light Ka sound, Ka. So we have three variations. We have, as usual, with Fatha, Ka, with Dhamma, Ku, and with Kasra, Ki. Ka, Ku, Ki. So the Ka is not really the problem. Our problem for today is the Qa, which I have developed a secret formula to pronounce correctly, and I hope it works. Okay, so this letter is the letter Qaf. The three pronunciations are Qa, Qu, Qi. Usually when we write an Arabic word that has a Qa in Latin alphabets or in English alphabets, we use the Q sound to indicate that this is a Qa. One famous word in English that starts with a Qa and with a Q and has Qa as in Arabic is the country which you call Qatar. I don't know how you pronounce it in English, but in Arabic it's Qatar. Qatar. So it's Qa, Qu, Qi. Qa, Qu, Qi. So, Ka, Ku, Ki, Qa, Qu, Qi. I hope you hear the difference again. Ka, Ku, Ki, Qa, Qu, Qi. Very important to know the difference between these two. I cannot really remember any word that has both letters following each other. So I think it's really rare if ever existed to have a word in Arabic that have both the Ka and Qa just after each other. I think it's almost impossible to pronounce. So, yeah. So for the Qa, how would you pronounce the Qa? The difference is the Ka is really a light K sound that comes from the top of your mouth, whereas for the Qa, it's a deep throat, sudden sound. So I will say it 3 times. Qa, Qu, Qi. Qa, Qu, Qi. Qa, Qu, Qi. Okay? Now, if you can try it without my secret formula, go ahead. For my secret formula, here goes. How do you pronounce the Qa? So, after a lot of thinking, I came up with that the Qa is actually composed of 3 letters. It's a sudden A that comes from a sound, just like the Hamza. So we say we say also Qa, Qa. But with the flavor of Ka, which is 90% Ka and a 10% of a Kha sound. So let's try this out. Let me explain it. So to say the letter qa, like I said, it's a short, sudden sound. So, and it comes deep from the throat. So if you can't pronounce the okay, try to pronounce a heavier which is ah. If you can't say okay, that's the first step. Say ah. Second step, try to add a k flavor to that sound, so it will become ka. Okay. Now that's really close to the q sound, but it lacks just a hint of a kh, which it becomes even like from the back of the throat, which is q. So even sometimes when I try to exaggerate the q, I hear myself saying q. There's a kh sound in it. So it's the sudden, deep hamza sound, which is an A sound. So sudden A, okay, becomes very short, very sudden. So you squeeze and you release suddenly the air, and then you try to add a K sound to that, so it becomes qa, and then just a little bit of a kh if you can add that to it, and it will become qa. So once you get it, it will sound like qa. If you get that right, then try it with qu and qi. So before we run out of time, let's go to pronouncing examples of pronouncing the ka and the qa. So here we go. Ka, kaf. Ka, kaf. Qa, qaf. Qa, qaf. Ku, kuf. Ku, kuf. Qu, quf. Qu, quf. Ki, kif. Ki, kif. Qi, qif. Qi, qif. Kaf, qaf, kuf, quf, kif, qif. I hope you can distinguish the two sounds. As for the examples of real words that sound in different places of the word, let's say with kura, which means a ball, kura. Hakam, which means a referee. Shubbak, which means a window. Then we have qamar, which means a moon. Aql, which means a brain. Araq, that's a bit disgusting, but araq means sweat. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. This was Homelang 1 with the last pronunciation lesson. I hope you learned something, and I would like to wish all my Muslims viewers Ramadan Kareem, and إلى اللقاء.